Oh, yay. It finally worked. Cool. Hello, happy full moon in Scorpio. Uh, so this morning when I decided to do this, I um, was feeling great and not my usual Scorpio self. But now I just feel like totally drained of energy. So I'm not going to be crafting like I had originally planned, which I'm kind of bummed about because I was really excited to do that. I did go to the store and get some wire um, to make some fairy wings for Beltane, but I don't know. I just lost all energy and motivation. But I have a lot to talk about. So um, I'll just kind of wait and light some candles to see if anybody might be joining so I don't have to repeat myself. Um, have some, well, I wish I had more updates about the planner. There were a few setbacks in printing, but according to my calculations, if it went to print when it was supposed to, even with the delay, I should have been getting them like arriving here on Beltane, and I was really excited about that. But I don't have a shipment notification yet, so I might be wrong about that. I'm not really sure what the holdup is because usually this company is like, I mean, you approve the proof and then it goes into production the next day. So I approved the proof on Friday because there were some errors and we had to like go back and forth a couple times last week. So yeah, I approved it on the 23rd. Actually, I think I approved it on the 22nd. So I was expecting to at least have gotten a gone to production notification, but um, I haven't yet. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they just tell you when they ship it. But anyways, hopefully it'll arrive on Beltane. If not, it'll be okay. I'll work on my wings on Beltane instead. So, can I wear my glasses or does that cause a reflection? That causes a pretty big reflection. Oh well. So, the fairy wing idea was from one of these Sabbath almanacs. This is last year's, and I thought it was in last year's, but it still has some crafts in it. So it must have been 2021 that I was thinking of. It had a fairy shoes tutorial in here, or how-to instructions. But this one is decoupage flowers. So I came this morning, and now it's like I don't know. It's very different energy from now than this morning. So I'm on the East Coast, and the moon was technically full last night at 11:30 p.m. I think is when I got the notification that it was like 100% full. Which is weird that have your planner. It has the full moon on the 27th, which is today. But the planner is in GMT, so it should be behind. So it should have been on yesterday, and I know some people were celebrating yesterday too. I don't know. I don't know. So I just thought that since we do the pick a card readings on the new moon, that we could just hang out on the full moon because I usually have more energy on the full moon, with the exception of today. Um, but I always feel really heavy on Scorpio moons. The way I describe like how I feel elementally a lot of the time, because I'm a fire sun of an air moon and a water rising. So to me, that feels like a huge fire that's gone out of control. Like you mix fire and air, and you like increase the fire. And then it's like with the Pisces rising, with the water rising sign, it's like somebody dumped like this big bucket of water. So I feel like this kind of like muddy mess most of the time is when I feel like drained or out of alignment or um and that's typically how I usually feel very stuck on Scorpio moons, and I was really feeling like great yesterday and this morning. I might just be tired from work. A lot's been going on the last few weeks, just with work, and work's really busy, and getting the planner published has been a lot this time around for some reason, and my cat was sick. We had to go to the emergency vet, and we've been back and forth to our regular vet, and everything's fine now. Oh my, we have one car because my husband's car is broken, so I've just been running back and forth, sharing the car, and it's been crazy. And I got caught up on a lot of sleep this weekend. Like I felt great over the weekend, but now I'm feeling, and we should be moving into Capricorn in a little bit tomorrow, right? I mean, Sagittarius. So I usually feel great when the moon is in Sagittarius. Um, so I have a lot of things to talk about, but I just want to kind of, like I originally had planned to set up upstairs and on my kitchen table so that we could craft together. Maybe I'll try to like plan something out in the future to do something like that because I really love crafting and uh, mixing magic and intention with crafting. So maybe I'll actually try to plan something out instead of just like doing it off the off the cuff or whatever today. Like I was thinking of, so maybe I'll plan something like that later on. But so I have a lot to say. Okay, um, where to start? Where to start? So I mean, I'm expecting to ship the planners out soon once they come to me. It scares me that there's like so few pages left. Like we still have a little over a month, but it scares me that it's like so close to the end. Um, I've been working on candle sets for the second half, and it has different candle colors of these hand. I don't know if you got them when you ordered your other one, but they're hand rolled beeswax candles. They're chime size. They burn for about a couple hours. I had one person say that it burned in 3 minutes. I don't know how that's possible, but these like between an hour and a half and 2 hours. I am in the process of making little mini candles so that um, you don't have to wait the 2 hours. But I just let them burn. If I'm not sitting with it the whole 2 hours, I save it and then relight it another time. Like I was burning these yesterday and I relit them today. Like it's still really fine. But if you want something that burns really quickly, I am making some new little mini candles and they're so cute. The thing that's holding it up is I got these little wooden boxes for them to go in, and it's just taking me a while to finish those. to put the candles in. I'm just trying to come up with a design that I really like with them because they were just like unfinished wooden boxes with little clasps on them. So I've just been working on making those, and really I just don't have time. I have all these ideas and plans, and I just don't have time. And so those will be available to go with your planner. And if you have pre-ordered your planner already, don't worry. Like I'll make it so that you can add things onto your order, because I don't want you to have to pay extra shipping for adding anything on. So I guess I just stuck this in a bunch of cat hair, but I'm really excited about these. Oh, I meant to grab, I have a finished one, but these are the notebook covers that this one's unfinished, so it doesn't have, it will have 3 elastic bands in here so that you can keep both planners together if you want, or you can put a regular notebook, your journal in there. Like you can fit any notebook in there. I meant to grab the finished one that I have that I've been using, but it's just like a regular traveler's notebook with elastic bands, and you just kind of like slide the cover through, and it will hold up to 3. Well, it'll hold 3 notebooks in the spine, but then I've also been using these little back pockets for like a little notepad or like Post-it notes or whatever. And then there's little pockets in the front here for whatever you want, like stickers, or I put all my appointments on like little dot stickers. So like you can keep those there. You can keep pens in the pockets. I need to put my appointments in, but I usually just use these little dot stickers for. Oh, Odin, really? Oh, sorry, Odin. I hope that wasn't super loud. Odin just knocked over all the rocks. So yeah, these right now I'm just making black ones, and that with like colored interior and the different colored designs. I tried to find as many moon stuff as I could, but most of it is space related. So that, I mean, this one has moons on it, but then it also has the other planets, which I kind of like. And some of them are sparkly and more colorful. And I'm still on the lookout for more moon themes. So this one was just kind of like galaxy. There's no planets or anything on it, but it's just kind of like galaxy themed. So tomorrow is my day that I set aside to only sew. So hopefully that will actually happen, because I did also, like, I was like, well, maybe I can sew for a little bit on Monday, and then that never happened. I ended up having too many chores to keep up with. So these will be available there. They have like a cardboard, I guess, on the inside. So it's flexible, but not like stiff like a book. But once you put the books in there, it does get a little more sturdy. But I like I really like the flexibility of it. So the candles will be available for sale, as well as the notebook covers, if I can get them. I mean, this one's pretty much done. I just have to actually put the drawstring in, or the elastic in, and then take pictures of it and actually get it up on the website. So I think there's going to be a way. I mean, even if I can't do this, I can just invoice you or something for adding on, so that you don't have to pay the extra shipping, because yeah, I'll just have it be like an add-on, so you don't have to pay extra shipping. So let me try to get these. I have all these rocks to talk to you about today as well. because I've filmed a lot of the Let's Get Stoned series that I've been trying to do here on YouTube, and I have a lot of rocks lined up to what is this one? So I've kept them in these bags, and I haven't worked with them yet, and I'm so excited to work with them. And if you haven't seen that series yet, I am just working with stones that I haven't worked with before, and sitting in meditation with them and seeing what comes up for me. God, I forgot. I'm trying not to look at them or work with them yet until I actually see what I get intuitively. Um, so there's going to be a lot of those coming up. I've filmed some already, but I just have to edit them, and so hopefully at least one or two will be coming up really soon. And then I have to do all of these stones that I have here that have just been sitting patiently waiting. This is orchid calcite. We've got some moonstone, which is, I've worked with rainbow moonstone before, but not actually um, regular moonstone. We've got yellow agate, yellow aventurine, because one of the other ones was yellow calcite, and I really, really loved working. I need solar plexus stuff, so I ordered some more yellow stones for that. And I've got some bunakite jasper, some celestite, and for some reason it's wrapped in saran wrap. It looks like maybe it's a very soft stone. I mean, a lot of these I know basically what they're used for, but as far as like how they make me feel is going to be an experience for both of us to learn about. And oh, I've got this green mint agate. So I've been doing a lot more crystal healing sessions, and I only have like a few stones for each chakra. So I've just been looking for more. Oh, this is red tiger's eye. Holy crap! It has like this whole. I haven't even looked at these. Wow, this red tiger's eye. Holy moly! Can you see it? It has like a whole stripe of what I'm guessing is hematite, but I don't know. It might be. I can never remember the mineral that like creates that like cat's eye effect. So it might be that, or it might be hematite. I don't know. Wow, I didn't even notice that was there. That's so cool. Hematite is one of my favorite stones. It was like one of the first stones that I ever worked with, like as a kid. So I talked about the green mint agate. And I mean, some of these I really just don't even know anything about. What is this one? Pink. Oh, pink moss agate. So I really, really love moss agate. So I just got one of these. Sometimes I accidentally do that. I prefer to have two to hold in each hand, and then for working on the body, I prefer to have like two to place on the body, either, or if the person doesn't want them placed on them, so that you can have it like on either side of them or around their head. So I prefer to purchase stones in pairs, but this one's only one. I guess I was just trying it out. Dolomite, I believe I have another dolomite, and that's why I got an extra one, because I like to have two. This is iolite, I believe, and this was another one that I needed. I needed a really small third eye chakra that would stay on the forehead because a lot of times they roll off the body when I'm doing crystal healing sessions. So yeah, that's like, I don't know, like a dozen stones that have coming up. And as far as the YouTube channel goes, I will have um, I'm gonna have more herb related stuff, specifically like wild crafting, like making teas and oils. I'm going to finally. I make my own massage oil, and I'm going to finally start trying to make my own lotions, which is I just have avoided because it's difficult to get the right consistency, and because I only use it. I'm kind of a snob about oils and lotions, which is why I make my own. And it's kind of I kind of feel guilty admitting that, but like I really don't like most lotions that I only sometimes I'll use for deep tissue, I'll use lotion on the body, but I mostly use it for the hands and the feet. And a lot of lotions just don't work well on the feet. And um, right now, I've been having to use just oil on the feet, and I hate oil on the feet. It doesn't give you a good glide, or it like kind of it gives you more friction than anything, which is good for reflexology, but not for actual massage. So you guys will get to experience that. Oh, there's more stones down here. Experience that with me. You will get to see my trial and error because I just really hate how on social media everything seems perfect and it's like, look how good at this I am. And it's like, I'm just human. I don't know. I've been studying herbs and astrology and tarot for like half of my life at least. And I'm still consider myself an amateur because there's so much to learn and there's so much to know about everything. So I just want to be transparent and um, still come and hang out and talk to you when I'm having a bad day. And because I don't want you to think that I'm having this awesome magical day all the time because I'm not. It started out that way this morning, but um, you can't be frolicking in fairyland all the time. So um, we will learn that together. I mean, I've made lotions before, and I have so many different recipes and my favorite combinations of plants to work with the oil. So making it into a lotion is going to be a lot of fun, and um, so we'll be doing that, and then also gardening. I My mother has like the greenest thumb on the planet, but I didn't inherit any of that. Um, so again, that's just trial and error too. Is last year, like I really believe that the plants that you need will flourish in your garden if you give them the time and attention that they need because there are so many things that I've been able to grow where there's no rhyme or reason for it to actually grow. Last year, I had white sage growing in my garden, and I'm in North Carolina. White sage is a desert plant. Um, it needs a dry, arid climate, and North Carolina is very humid and hot. I mean, it likes heat, but it's also used to dry heat, not wet heat, which is what we have here. So it's like a miracle that it grew there in my garden. And some things will do great one year, and then the next year they won't do so good. So I really think that like all the things that I used to grow on my balcony in my apartment don't grow here at the house in the ground. And it just doesn't make any sense. It's just like, other than, well, the universe didn't think that I needed that plant this year. So I've been trying to grow St. John's wort for, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years, and it just will not grow for me. It won't grow in pots, it won't grow in the ground. I got one to grow when I lived in Maine. Um, and honestly, I didn't do anything. I threw out some seedlings that weren't doing good and came back like a couple months later and it was flourishing um, underneath this like lamppost in the middle of the like on the edge of the driveway. And it but it wasn't growing in the garden, it wasn't growing in the woods where I threw the compost and stuff like that. So it doesn't make any sense why it wouldn't grow. um, so I'm trying to be better about taking my notes so that I can actually figure out why some things work and some things don't. Um, so I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody or not, but um, yeah. So those videos will be coming soon. Um, and what else did I have to say? Talked about the planner. I wish I had more information about when the planner is coming out. So I'm going to pick a card because I've been feeling like I've been needing some angelic guidance. So let's pick a card for whoever's watching now and whoever will watch later, and also for me would be nice. Peace. Archangel Chemiel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. I've never gotten this card before. I've had this deck for a very long time. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So I have not worked with this angel before. And that's kind of how I know that it's for somebody who is watching, or how that's how I know that it's accurate, because I usually pick like when I'm sitting picking a card for myself. I typically get like the same ones because I work with the same angels over and over again. So, and that's kind of why I ended up moving down here, like instead of doing the crafting on the kitchen table, because this is what I need to do when I'm not having a good day or when I'm not feeling well, is to just come to my altar and light candles and breathe a little bit. I did meditate earlier before I came on here. But it made me really sleepy. It made me even like, I felt like I was like going to pass out, and I was like, no, I gotta stay awake. So look past the surface of the situation and see the underlying truth that everyone involved is a child of God with love. By focusing upon this truth, you elicit loving behavior and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you'll have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. When you wish to feel more centered, calm, and peaceful, call upon Chamuel. He is the archangel of personal and global peace. He's very kind, loving, and sweet, and he'll evoke a pleasant feeling of excitement when he works with you. Know that Chamuel sees your true qualities and loves you unconditionally. Well, that's a very sweet message. The white dove is on there. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's another thing I forgot to talk about. Speaking of cards, so I got a new deck recently, which this card came from, and it is by Danielle Dulski, and it's like incredible. It's like changing my life and changing my practice. It's called the Sacred Hags Oracle. It just came out. It was just released this year. Um, and Janine Hausman is the illustrator who channels these these sigils that are throughout the whole deck. And I love. Well, I'm going to talk about this later. So I'm going to start doing deck videos because I buy too many decks, and how I prevent myself from doing that is watching videos and having people flip through it, and um, so I can see whether or not it feels right to me or not. Um, and also just to like actually take you through the deck so that you can get a feeling of it. And I mean, this deck is incredible. I mean, the box itself is amazing. Like the books, the book slides in there, the cards slide in here. It's, I mean, I'm gonna go into like very like a lot of detail when I do a whole video dedicated to it, because it really teaches you to like take the time to connect to your deck. And there's all these different rituals that you can do with it, but it's inspired me to do this with all of the decks that I have, just to like reconnect with them. um, One of the rituals that she recommends in this is, and I started this on the Aries new moon, um, to pick a card every day. And so there's like a general description of each card, as well as a morning ritual and an evening ritual. So it like the ritual I just or decided to do was, you start on the new moon, you pick a card every morning, you do the morning ritual, and then you do the evening ritual before you go to bed. And the cards are so heavy and deep that I couldn't just let go of the card from the previous day and pick a new one. Like I had to sit with each card for a couple days. So I'm not actually going to have, at the end of it, you're supposed to have like 30 or 28 cards and line them all up and see how it compares to how your previous month was. And it's just a really awesome practice, but I'm not going to have 28 cards. I'm going to have probably like 12, if that. And it's just a really beautiful practice, and I would really like to just dive into this, all of my decks, in the same way that she encourages you to do with this deck. So I'm going to start making videos for that. And one thing that's so cool about her is I only have one of her books. I intend to read all of them, but this is the one that I've been reading this for like a year. You kind of have to like take it in little chunks, kind of like with the cards, like you have to sit with it for a while. And there's also rituals and stuff in here. But one of the cool things about this is, so the artist that did the cover also does the artwork for the Just a Phase Moon Planner, Croissy. And what did I do with my planner? I don't know. I thought that was so cool. And it's kind of how I picked. I didn't know it, but I saw the artwork that I ended up using for the planner, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love that artwork." And then I like looked through all of her other artwork. What the heck did I do with my planner? I looked through all the other artwork. Here's a blank one. So it's the same artist, and I looked through all of her other artwork, and this image came up, and I was like, oh my God, that's the same cover. So I just really love her artwork. And it kind of, I mean, this imaging kind of captures perfectly um, this book and the like vibe of this book. So I just wanted to share that with you. So that's another video that I'm going to be working on. And I should have some more time coming up soon once the some craziness settles down. So, and I'm going to take more time to do them. I'm trying to be more earth-like and plan and schedule things and spend the time on it that I need to spend on it so that I'm not rushing through a million different things all at once. I'm really feeling called to pull from this deck too. I guess I'm in an angel mood. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Oh, speaking of ancestors, I recently have fallen in love with this lady named Patty Negri. And I'm probably like super late to her fan club because I only just discovered her like over the weekend, and I don't even know how it happened. She's on like, how did it happen? I don't even know how I came across her. Spirit sent her name my way, and I devoured like everything I could find on YouTube. It's Pattinegri, and she's a witch, and she is a medium, and I guess she's on that Ghost Adventures show sometimes. But they're like recent episodes, and I couldn't find any of the recent episodes. But she has some stuff on YouTube, and there was like another ghost show that she's made appearances on. So I devoured everything I could find that she's done, and I just think she's amazing. And she does have a little YouTube channel, and I think she has a podcast, but I haven't listened to it yet. I just didn't get there. Hopefully that's what I'll do tomorrow when I'm sewing. But anyway, she has this live Zoom event coming up, and I don't even know how I discovered that either. I guess on Instagram. She posted it on Instagram. And I bought tickets immediately. I think for some reason they're in UK. So, but I don't think that she lives in the UK. I guess the location where she's going to be doing the Zoom meeting is in the UK. I don't know. But anyways, tickets were only $36, and supposedly you actually get to have like a little mini reading with her. She's gonna like communicate with I guess the person of your choosing or whoever like wants to come forward. And I don't know, I'm obsessed. She's very like old school, and she uses dowsing rods to talk with ghosts, and I may have ordered some dowsing rods because of it, because I think that there is something in my house, and I don't think it's related to me at all, but we learned how to use dowsing rods in herb school to find water. So I don't know. It's just so really, she just seems like such a badass, and I hope to be just like her one day. So let's pick a card for whoever's watching now and whoever wants to watch later. 3 are coming out. That's too many. So this is okay. This one wants to come out. And we were just talking about ancestors. Move beyond ancestral patterns. That's interesting. I think this card came up in a reading before. He does look kind of stern, like Like, you shouldn't be doing what you are doing. Stop doing those bad habits. Well, I guess no one's going to join us, so I should probably go soon. It's 4:44. But I'm looking at the wrong book. Oh, Alyson. Yeah, I do remember this card. Move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members, past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. Like, you can take the wisdom, but you can leave the bad habits or the bad life situations that brought the wisdom, right? Like, your parents are always telling you, like, don't end up like I did, or do as I say and not as I do. But it's like, sometimes we end up doing those things anyways. Well, I just talked to myself for an hour, almost an hour. I want to do, been really feeling this deck. I got this little mini deck because I went through a little mini deck phase because they're so cute and you can carry them in your pocket and everything. But I kind of wish I had gotten the larger one. I mean, this deck is awesome. I love it. And I actually use it more for like sigil spell working kind of things than an oracle. But I think the larger deck has like it has a book that comes with it with like better descriptions and stuff like that. So yeah, so let's pick a card for whoever is watching now or who will watch later for the full moon in Scorpio for April 2021. I can't believe it's May, almost May. Healing feminine energy, goddess symbol. So combined with this card, I would say, like, even though there's a male figure on this card, to maybe look at your matriarchal line and when you're thinking of moving beyond the ancestral patterns. Or, I mean, you could still look at the patriarchal line, but like the female side of it. We also had a male angel too. So maybe this is just about balancing out the feminine and the masculine. Okay, well, I'll try to do better of planning these things and so that people can actually be here. And I know I am a weirdo and have really weird random work hours. And I actually did intend to do this later so that more people could come after work. But then I remembered that I have to go pick up my husband because we only have one car right now. So I forgot. I mean, I knew I wanted to do this on the full moon. I don't know why I didn't plan it, but yeah. That's the story of Alyson's life. So just to recap everything, the planner covers and the candles are coming soon. Hopefully by the end of this week, because I'm going to sew all day tomorrow. That's what the plan is. The candle sets are already up on the website, but hold off on everything because I want you to be able to just like get everything together and not have to pay like weird shipping or anything like that. I'm going to have some new deck videos coming, and I will have let's get stoned, and I will have um, some medicine making, wildcrafting, gardening, herbal things coming soon. And I'll let you know as soon as possible when the planner ships. I hope it ships soon. I can't wait. Um, so I hope you had a happy full moon. I hope you are taking care of yourself. And if you're having a stressful day, figure out how to figure out like what that element is. Like for me, I feel just like overwhelmed. Like I said, like I've had my candle flame like had a bucket of water dumped on it. So I try to balance that with air and come and sit and breathe and meditate and light incense and use that air element to hopefully lift me up from the ashes, from the muddy ashes. And because this day's not over yet, we got to keep going, right? We got to keep going. All right. Have a nice night. And thank you if you're watching this later. Take care. Bye bye.